All right, we are live. Let me just make sure we're in the group and we will get started here momentarily. Hope everybody's having a good day. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see. See if we can get going in the group here and we'll get started while everybody comes in. There we are. All right, let me tag, let everybody know we are going live. All right, what's up, Trev in the house? Good to see you. All right, let's see here. Cool. Boom. All right, so I just notified that we are live, so we're going to get started here. So typically I have Jay with me, as you guys know, but Jay was unable to make it today, so you have me. So hopefully that helps. But every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, for those that don't know, Jay and I usually jump on here and we share a little bit of motivation, inspiration, and education. Sometimes we talk about trading related mindset, things like that. Sometimes we talk about life mindset and personal development and how to become a better person. All right. Overall, if you are working on yourself, you're developing yourself through personal development every day, you are going to be more likely to succeed and reach your goals. It's a proven fact. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about a pretty applicable topic that most people can relate to. It's how to be a nicer person. Now, why would we want to be a nicer person? Well, the nicer person you are, the more friends you'll have, the more connections you're going to have, the more people are going to be around you, want to be around you, want to work with you, want to follow you, succeed with you, all of the above, right? So we want to be a nicer person and let other people know that we appreciate them and that they are important to us. So what is a nice person? You know, being kind and nice is all good on paper, but when it comes down to it, many people find themselves lacking in the friends department. All right. Anybody out there is like, man, I don't really have that many friends. But why is that? What is it that makes someone unpleasant to be around? And how can we remedy that? Rather than breaking or tearing someone down, you should be seeking to build people up, support them, encourage them. So today we're going to go over 10 topics, 10 pointers, 10 tips to help you become a nicer person and to have it where people enjoy your company and appreciate your kindness. Okay. So number one. All right. And if you're taking notes, I highly suggest you do. Note takers are money makers, right? Number one, try opening up and asking other people about themselves rather than being self-centered. All right. It seems self-explanatory or obvious, but many people, most people, they just care about themselves. They focus on themselves all the time. You know, try to involve yourself in other people's lives, bring them in, and you can bring them into yours, but ask questions about people's lives and how they're doing. You know, these small curiosities, they show that you actually care about people. You know, you want to hear about their experiences, their perspectives. Give them your full attention. Ask more than just, you know, trivial questions like, hey, how are you? You know, how's the weather? How you doing? You know, that kind of thing. Ask meaningful questions that people know that you actually care, things that might be important to them. Even if you have, you know, if you have something to say or chime in with, make sure they have had ample time, right? Ample time to respond and get out what they wanted to say instead of interrupting them. So many times when you're talking to somebody, you're just thinking about what you're going to say. Really listen to people, let them get out what they want to say and avoid dominating the conversation. All right. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, simple courtesies and manners. Now, this may seem very small and kind of insignificant, but you'll be surprised at what a difference this will make. And people will perceive you and your actions much differently. So saying please and thank you often and with a smile, right? So many times we go around with that, you know, that scowl on our face. This will go a long way towards improving your interpersonal relationships. All right. Even if it feels robotic, maybe it's shallow at first, keep it up. It'll become a habit. Remembering your manners will eventually grow into a genuine appreciation of small actions and words. Okay. As long as you care and your concern is genuine, people will feel it, no matter the scale or the size of your gesture. The intent is what's going to matter. All right. So that's tip number two. Tip number three, offer your help freely and often. Be a helpful person, be a person of value, whether it be for coworkers, maybe they need assistance with a project, or if you're just holding the door for somebody, right? Maybe offer to help somebody carry their groceries. Offering your help is a good way to be someone who is more pleasant and enjoyable to be around. Not to mention someone who is looked up to by others. Be a servant leader. Be willing to serve. Be willing to help, right? Not always about what people can do for you. Be a person that's, I'm about what I can do for others. All right. So that's the kind of person you want to be. Even when it's inconvenient, the fact that you're able to help other people and willing to is a sure sign that you're considerate and you're a caring person. Okay. So that is tip number 3. Tip number 4, use open body language. Now this, people forget about this, but it's actually pretty important. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is. Your body language can communicate much more than words. All right. It can communicate that you're hostile or you're an open personality. Try smiling more, making eye contact with others, and nod along appropriately in conversations. Don't, standing with your arm crossed, it might be comfortable, but it can communicate that you're closed off and you're not open to interaction. So direct eye contact, it'll show that you're invested in the conversation. You're taking it seriously. Friendly, casual smiles, they go a long way in just improving your overall relationship with others. So, it starts things off on that friendly note, and that's going to make people automatically open to you and more open to a relationship, a friendship with you. All right. So number 4, this is number 5. Okay. So number 5, offer up compliments to others, praising them freely. All right. Not just yourself. Be someone who compliments others, that looks for the good in people, that looks for ways that they can build other people up. It's a huge factor in how you can transform yourself into a kinder, nicer person. Compliments over the smallest things, such as, hey, nice shoes today. It can really make somebody's day, and it can make them feel appreciated and cared about and noticed. So the more you do it, the more easier it'll be to genuinely see these positive attributes in others. And you'll be very surprised how people just light up. You would think the simplest compliment, it can really make somebody's day, and they're going to genuinely appreciate you for that. All right. So that's number 5, halfway done. Number 6, be someone who's encouraging. Encourage others often. By extension, encouraging others in their own efforts is another habit that you can fall into to change your outlook on life, how you interact with others. Rather than putting someone down, looking for how somebody has failed about trying something new or difficult, encourage them, cheer them up, let them know that you support them. Every time, this is so common when somebody starts a new endeavor, starts a new business, starts something, whatever. You see it on social media all the time. People want to tear them down. Build them up, give them praise for the courage they had for stepping out on their own, maybe doing something different. You don't have to tear people down. You want to build them up. And just because you're building somebody up doesn't mean that you're putting them in front of yourself, right? So many people are like, well, if I build them up and I say how awesome they are, then it makes me feel bad about myself. It shouldn't be that way. Don't look for flaws or obstacles that people are facing in their journey. Look for a way to encourage them and support them. Remind them that they are capable of doing whatever they put their minds to. You should be doing this obviously with your children and your family, your spouses. This is hugely important when it comes to family, but it's definitely important when it comes to your everyday interactions with other people as well. All right. Let them know that you love and support them. So that is number 6. Number 7, stop negative gossip. This should go without saying, but talking negatively about others behind their backs or being passive aggressive, just stop it. This might be one of the hardest habits to break for some people, but the urge to spread rumors, tear somebody down or rant about somebody that maybe you're frustrated with. I mean, it's very tempting. I get it. We've all been there. We've all done it. But as innocent as it may seem, in the long run, it's better to resist gossiping, talking about people behind their back, because, kind of as the old adage goes, right? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Stop putting people down, especially when they're not around to defend themselves. What does that tell others? You're telling others that you'll do the same to them. You're not someone that can be trusted. You're not someone that has nice things to say. So, and the other thing too is, you might say something to someone, meaning it kind of innocently, just blowing off some steam. It could turn into a malicious rumor that then wraps around, turns into this big ordeal. It comes back and blows in your face. So don't do that. Stop that bad habit. Stop. Just next time you have the urge to talk negatively about somebody, just don't do it. And you're not going to be any worse for the wear. You're going to be better off for it. All right. So number 8, I hope you're taking notes. Allow others to participate or have a say. It seems easier just to do things yourself. I fight a battle with this myself. I'm like, well, I'll just do it myself. I know I'll do it right. Right. But you need to have faith and trust in others. And this goes really, once again, you can apply this not only to your work life, but to your family. Your kids need to know that you trust them and that you find them responsible and that they're capable of doing things. By taking control of every situation without allowing other people to be involved at all, what does that do? You're shutting them out. You're telling them you don't see them as worthy of consideration. You don't see them as having a worthy insight or value to add in this, or they're just not responsible enough or not smart enough to pull something off. So opening up communication, asking others about their opinion, it's a very good way to show people that you're considerate, you're kind, and you don't shut people out. You listen and you value other people's opinion and you give them the chance. Okay. Number 9, hold off on hurtful jokes and pranks. Now, I know a lot of times we don't go around to the office and, we're throwing pies in people's face and stuff like that, right? But some jokes and pranks, they may be funny to you. They can actually be very hurtful. And this is not just with children and adolescents in school and things like that. This can be everywhere with adults in the workplace, So making jokes about somebody, maybe there's something they're insecure about and you embarrass them and shame them, so to speak, just to get a laugh from other people. It just makes them feel worse. And, like I said, funny jokes like jumping out and scaring somebody or throwing a pie in somebody's face, it might be funny if the person involved has a certain understanding or relationship with you already. But if not, then they become less like humor and more like bullying, hazing. And it's not something that you want to be the person that's dishing that out by any means, because it will make you someone who people don't appreciate. They're angry with. They think you're immature or you're non-caring. All right. So it's better to stop making jokes like that, especially when you don't know how deep that insecurity or something might go about somebody that you're making that joke about. All right. So don't laugh at other people's expense. Okay. So number 10, let's wrap this up. Express affection. You want to convey to others your positive feelings about them, whether you verbally are communicating this or, how somebody means to you, or maybe you're physically, doling out hugs and things like that, high fives, pats on the back. I'm a big slap on the back kind of guy, but you have to express that affection and let somebody know how you feel about them. It's a great way to be more enjoyable about to be around. People will be like, man, I feel appreciated. I feel loved by this person. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be just friendship or whatever, but let somebody know that you appreciate them either through verbal or physical affection. It's not a sign of weakness to show affection. It is a sign of strength, and it's a sign of caring. And expressing this brings warmth to your relationships. All right. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's platonic, romantic, it will bring warmth to your relationship and it will make you a more enjoyable person to be around. Okay. So those are the 10 tips for how to be a nicer person. So definitely utilize those in your life. People will enjoy your company. They'll want to be around you. And I guarantee you that's going to help you succeed in your connections. So hope you get value out of that. I see a lot of comments here. Once again, I'm sorry Jay wasn't here. He was tied up, but I showed up for you, and we'll be back here next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, as always, to give you another dose of motivation, inspiration, and education. All right. So I appreciate everybody watching. Love and appreciate you all. We'll see you back next week. God bless and talk soon. Bye.